Hello, hello, everyone, and happy Wednesday. Yes, I typically strive for Mondays. That is the typical day I send information or, I post. Um, wow, but it's been a lot. It's been a lot. So let me try to gather my thoughts and convey all the things that have been going on. So first of all, when we last left off last week, I was going into mediation. The goal of mediation was to be able to settle and not have to go to trial. And we were so far apart. We were so far apart that we didn't get it done in mediation. We didn't get it done, y'all. So that leaves trial on June 8th. Lots about trial, but I think because I'm right in the middle of it and this stuff goes up on social media, I will suspend all of my thoughts about the judge that we're going to have. How I think it's going to go down. I don't know. There's been so many just twists and turns in this process, and we'll see. What I can tell you is that the offer that he made me was the final offer that he made me was he pays nothing out of pocket, right? So he does not have money to buy me out, nor does he have the income to sustain the mortgage. But he is so committed to keeping this house. So now he wants it and he wants it so bad. Um, he has no way to keep it, no way to pay for it. And what we understand that his understand is that his um intention is to get in the house. And once he gets in, he doesn't have to pay. He can write out foreclosure. That can take a year. That can take a year. So he's saying, hey, whatever I got to say or do to get in the house, let's do that. And so I get no money up front, and how I get any money out of the house is through his back end. Like, I'll pay you this much on the 5th and that much on the 20th and this and that. And because thankfully he's just broken every single promise he's ever made. He never pays people back. Um, I know that that's not an offer I can take. Um, and you may notice that this is a big difference from when I was like, I want the house. I built the house. Blah 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 blah. And y'all listen, peace. And at this point, while I love this house, um, it's just my peace. It's there's I- my peace. That's what I want. That's what I'm focusing on is my peace. And so, um, let's just move on. Let's just move on. And the mediator, uh, just phenomenal, just phenomenal. And he came in smiling. And he was like, "All right, let's get some decisions made today." And just high energy, loving. You know, I think as much as he made me feel heard about what I was experiencing, I think he did the same for the other side too. I think he really listened. And so he comes back and he's like, so the way mediations work on Zoom is there's a main room and two breakout rooms. We're in one breakout room and they're in one breakout room. So we tell him what we want. He'll tell them. So he's gone for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. Then he comes back and we're just waiting and talking. And so it was a pretty interesting process. So every time he would come back, he would say, you know, he wants this house. He knows he can't afford it. He knows he can't buy you out, but he's talking about my legacy and passing the house on and all this other stuff. And we were just like, okay, I made him so many offers that when he was feeling cocky and in the house, he refused. So I'd already offered him the first time I tried to divorce him in 2023, take the house, take everything. I left. Take it. I don't want any equity in this house. I don't want anything. I moved out. All you need to do is sign the papers. He refused to sign them. So I was like, okay, I guess I have to come back and try something different. This time, this divorce, offer number one, let's just sell and split. There's no version of this story that you get the house, you don't make the money, just sell and split. No, All right, give me 10 first last deposit. Now give me $10,000 and $60,000 out of the house. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars in the house. Just give me 60,000. That's $5,000 a month. No. Third offer, because he started getting more antsy and more, combative and more just unhinged. So I said, look, just give me first, last, and deposit. I'll be out in 30 days. His response was, or his counter was, you get out now, I'll give you the $10,000 later. It's not, it's not a thing. So he wanted me to get out of the house with nothing. So here we are now, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars later, it's in attorney's fees and all this other stuff. And now his offer is, I'll give you $10,000 if you get out in 30 days. I don't want $10,000 now, right? Like there's this, that, what am I going to do with that now? What am I going to do with it? No. And there's hundreds of thousands of dollars in the house. No way. And so we got to go to trial, and that's what we're preparing for. Yeah. And my pride though has been jamming me up because I keep saying it's not fair. And you don't just get to do that to people. He lied his way through this thing. He cheated. He made promises he broke. He didn't submit any of the information. We're shooting in the dark because he won't give us any discovery, any of his financials or any. And when I told the mediator, this is not fair, he was like, the fair is that thing that happens once a year down in Puyallup. This is not about fairness. This is about equitable disentanglement. Equitable disentanglement. And because you know, he gets to now have, parts of my business evaluation and the family business, he couldn't even tell you one thing I do. All he can say is she's in DEI. So I can tell you this, unless there is some miraculous, like, oh my God, person or thing that happens to me, I will never get married. Back in the 80s, Meatloaf said, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. One of the things that I came to terms with this week is people just don't know the level and the depth of my what I've been going through. And I finally had a moment on Monday, I think, where I reached out to someone that I deeply respect and admire and said, look, here's what's going on. When I was in Chicago, I was in the work. I mean, this is a cakewalk compared to what I experienced in Chicago. I was alone. I didn't have family there. I had just got my car repossessed. I um I was getting evicted, and I was just sitting there on the couch like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I found two crumpled dollar bills in the couch, and I was like, oh, and I just broke down and started crying. I'm like, oh my God, God is still with me. God is still with me. Okay. I took the $2 bill to the $2. I walked up, 'cause I didn't have a car. I walked up to McDonald's and went to the value menu. I got one double cheeseburger and one order of fries. And it was like the best burger and fries like I ever had. And I just ate, I was like eating it. I was like, okay, everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. So I woke up the next morning and I'm like, I need help. I just had to have that honest conversation, past my Leo pride, past my shame and embarrassment, and be like, I need help. So I reached out to a handful of people, and one of the people that I happened to reach out to had just come out as gay. And now that he was out, he was free. And he had this love affair with a partner that was in LA. And the only thing tethering him to Chicago was this dang on condo that he had to figure out what to do with, rent it out. I don't know. But he just had his sights set on getting out of Chicago, getting to LA to start his new life with his partner. So when he got my email, he was like, thank God, can you get the key today? Can you come here and get the key today? You can stay here in the condo. And he like, my doorman will let you in and all these things. I'm like, doorman, what's happening? And I got there. The doorman took me up to the 32nd floor, opened up this door, floor to ceiling windows, panoramic view of O'Hare all the way around to Lake Michigan. It was on Lake Michigan on the north side, and $600 a month. He's like, no first, no last, no deposit. When I got in there, there was a bottle of wine that said, congratulations, I'll call you later, sitting there with the keys. And blessings and help and support come through people. But if you're like me and you're prideful and you don't tell people, you will sit there and try to figure it all out in the same brain that is cluttered, in the same brain that is frantic, in the same brain and in the same energy that all of the angst and stuff is. That you want to go outside of that and tell somebody the real truth that can mirror it back to you, that can mirror your power back to you, that can mirror, back to you like you got this. And I just happen to be in a place where you're helping me. You never know. And so Monday was that day. Monday was that day. And I called somebody that I deeply respect and just told some truth about like, here's what I'm going through. Is there anything out there that I can tap into? I got these attorney's fees. Um, I I've been wondering how to make it all work and pull it all together. And I realized yesterday I don't have to. So yeah, finally, just like the last time in Chicago, when I finally put down my pride and finally said I can't do it. And I just said the word enough, enough. And that's when things are moving now. Um, I'm hoping there's still hope that we don't have to go to trial. Um, and just things are emerging, but again, can't talk about it, right? But yeah, so listen, y'all, I want to say that we need each other, right? We need each other. There are people right now that need you. They need your love. There are people who are going through things and you think they got it. And the moment somebody says to me, are you okay? I'm like, no. No, I am not. I'm not. And so, but if you're prideful, if you have friends that are, them to be people like me, you got to go and pull it out of them. You got to go knock on their door and say, hey, 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 slow down. Let me see you. Let me look at you. I can look at you and see you're not okay. What's happening? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just tired. Don't let people say I'm just tired. We're all tired. Got it. But most of us are tired and we're somehow able to go to work or function in life. You're tired and you've been in bed for 2 days. What's going on? We need to, we, this is not the time to assume people are okay because a lot of us are not. And I am one of them. And so what I want to say is, I don't, everybody that gets this email are people that I care enough. I care enough about to say, to stop my day. I care enough about you to say, hey, inbox me. Don't suffer by yourself. Don't do it because you don't have to. And if you're like me, you're thinking, oh, everybody's struggling. I'm not going to put my stuff out there. But just like I reached out to my friend on Monday who was like, here, do this, call these places, try this. It made a difference. And it wasn't like, oh, try this, boom, boom, boom. They sent resources and links and all kinds of things because they care. And because I was over myself enough to ask. So that's where we are this week. I suspect that we may not have to go to trial. I suspect that my ex is probably realizing that getting the house You've burned me so many times. I'm not even in a position to trust any kind of deals and back end payment and rent. I'm not doing any of that. Because the only reason we're here in this situation is because I trusted you. I trusted you when we got the house, and we agreed, let's get this 2.75% interest rate. We'll add me to the loan. We'll add me to the deed later. Let's just do it now while we got it. It's going to take me too long. I'm a business owner getting the information. We need to lock this in now. I could have afforded to get the house by myself, even without him. The decision was based on let's get this interest rate. We'll add me later. And then because we didn't, for another reason, I'll put that in my book. Um, he was able to go the course and say, I bought this house before we were married. Her name is nowhere. And that was the fight and the argument. So it's a lot. Here's what I know. I always land on my feet. Some way, somehow, through it all, I land not only on my feet, but on higher ground. But these middle times where you don't see what's happening and what the next thing is going to be, and you do that over a prolonged period of time, and you see your bank account going down, you see the bills and the fees and the changes, and now you got to move, and that's going up. So, but I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't see how it's going to happen. I am anxious about it, um, but I'm not afraid. So I just want to open my arms to anyone who's feeling like I don't see I can't do it. I don't see my way out. I don't know how this is going to work. And you don't need somebody to necessarily fix everything, but you need to say it. You need to get it out. So that's it for today, y'all. Um, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you posted, and we'll talk next time.